Kingsman Media Group.
There's a joke about it. We're trying to get our children into failed systems, you know. And what is the failed system, which is going to get them out there with the hope that they may have some opportunity in the future. I mean, there's a real thing. We're looking. We had to find a new way to talk about work. You know, we had to reimagine work. And the people from Michael Fox and other people have written about it, from Jeremy Rifkin, have talked about what do we mean by work in the 21st century. You know, how do we look at work? How do we explore the new dynamics of work? And what does work mean? Is work a process of human evolution, or is it a process of human alienation? Those are the kind of questions that we have to talk about and think about. You know, and it has been, you know. Where does this question will we move from the machine down to our minds, computers and everything? And where does that take us? And I think that's all the questions that we try to ask. But they have to take place in our communities as we absorb what is happening to us, take it in, embrace what is happening to us, and then use that as a platform for transformation, you know. And that's what it's talking about. It's talking about transformation and thinking about that. And it's not an individual transformation. You know, we can read this book and read book and talk about transformation, transforming ourselves. But what about the collective transformation that we have to go through as communities? I mean, those are questions that we have to pose, you know, for the sake of ourselves and certainly for the sake of our children. Years ago, we averaged about 15 pounds of sugar a year as human beings. As human beings, that's the average human being. He said now we average like 160 pounds. So you have diabetes, you have issues with insulin, you have all these different health factors just by the fact that we do eat sugar and everything else. So what does that do to the way in which we see ourselves? What does that do to the way not only our body works, but how our mind works, and the clarity we have with respect to it? Like, those are the kind of things I think we need to look at and talk about, and they're all important. And do not think that the war that goes on within us, the war that goes on within us emotionally in our lives, the emotional battles that we do right now are reflective of the other battles as well that happen. You know, there may be, Dr. King once said that peace is not simply the absence of conflict, it's the presence of justice. And I think what is the presence of justice in who we are as human beings? What is the presence of justice in caring about our bodies and building communities, sustainable communities, of healthy communities and everything else? You know, correcting the various diseases and dealing with the various diseases that we have something to do with, and yet we're plagued with the issues of obesity, plagued with the issues of diabetes, high blood pressure, and all that. Simply, those are dietary. Those are right there. How does that now endanger us in another level, leaving us incapable of dealing with the more larger issues that we have to deal with?
Kingsman Media Group.